One.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jiu-Jitsu Cop. Happy New Year. This is actually a special edition, live from Decatur, Alabama. I traveled out here to meet with Brandon McCaghren. He's one of the top instructors in the country, and I was lucky enough to train with him today. So today, I'm actually going to have him teach. And what we're going to go over is what happens if, man, you're trying to arrest somebody, and they get on top of you, mount you, and they're trying to knock you out. Professor?
Okay, so go ahead and mount up, Brian. If we're in this position, obviously if he can posture up, then he's going to be able to deliver strikes. And there's not going to be a lot I can do about it as long as he stays postured up. The thing to keep in mind when we're talking in this like self-defense situation especially is I'm not dealing with a trained attacker, right? So a lot of the things that would be wrong to do in a jiu-jitsu situation would actually be way more efficient to do in a self-defense situation, like, putting, bridging through here, and then once I trap it and go, like, I can kind of punch with the arm a little bit, He fell over for me, that was gentlemanly, but in this spot, if he sits up and starts to punch, then I'm gonna die. So what I have to do is to get his weight going forward. So I can't start to bridge him now, so just posture and be strong there. I can't bridge him now with any effect. I have to wait on him to begin his first movement. So as he starts to create momentum for a punch, it'd be easy now for me to there's kind of two ways of thinking, either to bridge my hip forward as he punches and cause him to put his hands on the ground. So go ahead and throw a nice hard punch at me. It calls him, he's got to make a choice there. Does he want to put his hands on the ground and stop punching? Or does he want to continue punching and put his nose on the ground? And either way is fine with me, right? Most people are going to choose to put their hand on the ground and stop the fall. So I can either do that by bridging, go ahead with a little momentum, or I can do that with a simple just kind of knee in the butt and bump him forward. Go ahead. Bump him forward. All right. Once his weight is forward then, nice hard punch. Once his weight is forward, now I can go ahead and trap this foot here and start to come up and reach for this arm. I don't want to go like too far with this back arm because then he can kind of trap it and lay on it. And again, we're dealing with an untrained attacker, so that's less of a threat. It might even be okay to just come in there, but I wouldn't want to do something terribly stupid. So I can catch with this arm. Let's buck up here just a little bit. I can catch with this arm and then maybe try to wrangle it. If I can't pull it in, be tight here, be strong to the floor. If I can't pull his arm in, then I've got to go to him. And that's the real play that makes a difference, I think, in the bridge and roll. It's taking my hip over the top of him. So be strong. I can't get this arm. I can't get it. I go to it. And now I can load up here, look behind me, and start to bring up and over my shoulder. Keeping my elbow now as I come up. I don't let the elbow cross the belly line because this is a back exposure. And again, will he know to do that? Maybe not. As long as I land with my elbow on this side, then I can start to come to the top position. He's going to be doing little rabbit punches here. I can settle him down, right? You can throw headbutts from that position. So without a partner, the main 2 points of the bridge and roll, obviously, like I have to trap the foot, I have to trap the arm. Those are all things that can be done in a variety of different ways, and depending on the situation, it could be right or wrong. But the primary things that people miss, even good jiu-jitsu guys sometimes, is to move towards this position, move my hip towards the side that I want to bridge to, and then instead of bridging and rolling sideways, I try to make one movement where I go up behind me here. So that's the play. I'm trying to drop him onto that corner right there, where it would be literally impossible for him to base. Right? So if you're on all fours, I have this arm trapped here. There's only one place where he cannot base. It's this corner right here. And the closer that I bridge him to this base, the easier it's going to be for him to open his knee and stay up, right? So I have to take him back here as far away from a reasonable base as possible. You can feel it's already starting to go, right? And so now just a real simple little adjustment with my head, and I continue, and I can take him up and over, land on top, making sure I don't cross that center line.
All right, guys. That's Brandon McCaghren. Watch out for him and Cole Miller. They're opening up their MMA school online, okay? Everybody train like your life depends on it, because one day it will.